Hello, one and all. Welcome to episode 25 of Minhkyo Poetry Corner. Today's episode will be a reenactment of my performance at the 7th annual Jack Kerouac Poetry Festival. If you guys don't know who Jack Kerouac is, he was a very influential American poet. I think his book was called On the Road. I learned about it in school, never personally read it. However, I know that he's an inspiration to many people, and in the spirit, I brought a couple pieces to perform. 3 of them, in fact. The first one was something philosophical. The second, something a little romantic. And for the last one, something a little erotic. I hope you guys enjoy. It's a little piece of everything. People and things. We do not live in a world of ideas, of concepts, of forms, or of reason. From the first time that we could understand that there was an inside and an outside, we learned through interacting, our mother's tender gaze and gentle sway, the sustenance guided into us by lip, tongue, and tooth. The ground beneath us that we struggled to push ourselves off of. We live in a world of things. Objects and elements that change us as we manipulate them or as we try. We imbue toys with life and imagination, finding comfort as the new becomes familiar. Expectations and understandings built into us over generations and still counting. But the more we learn about these things, the more we question our very being. For how do we know that we are we and not a thing? What are we? We live in a world of people. The zenith of evolution, designed by fate. A species of self-awareness and intelligence unmatched, as far as we know anyway. Organized by chance into complex societal structures in the name of peace and harmony. We are the ends in and of themselves. There's a deeper intimacy interacting with people rather than objects. The emotions, flowing both ways, demand reaffirmation of life and of love. We need not animate what is already living, nor direct it toward any interest, and yet we do it all the time. Losing the plot on small skirmishes and long-term relationships. Making people into objects means they are just means to your own selfish end. And say that you do reach that end, who will you be able to share it with? When you have to empty that cabinet that you two carefully curated together? What happened to the young man who said that this time he would do better? And as you hold in your hands the different thoughtful gifts that have been accumulated, and can only wish you were holding the giver instead. See, reflect onto things the way we feel inside, because objects simply have nothing to hide. What makes intelligence artificial is its simplicity. What makes love real is its irrationality. So when things break, we try to fix them, and when people stray, we blame ourselves. One last question. This is all I ask. Do you prefer the illusion, or is real connection worth more than that? Poem 2. The little things you do. Subtly playing with my hair as you trace its grooves, gently squeezing when you hug me from behind. Laughing at my stupid jokes and saying I love you. Can't help but count all these little things you do. As I slowly fall in love with you. You tell me about your accomplishments, but also your shortcomings, because you trust me to be supportive and also understanding. You see things through even if they're new to you. It makes me feel like there's nothing you couldn't eventually do. Sometimes you're off in your own world, but let me know there's room to come in and take some space because you've been taking care of it these days. Everyone finds you so friendly and so naturally that there's no room for envy. It's just how you are, and that's honestly the best part. You don't bother keeping up appearances. If only more people were also like this. The way you smile is like the sunrise, how it brightens up from your lips to your eyes. You're silly and you wear it with pride. When you're around, I know I'm in for a good time. And when challenges arrive, you always try to do what's right, with empathy and compassion, whether or not it's rational. I see you, I really do, and I'm sorry for all the things you've been through. And I wholeheartedly accept your truth, because I sincerely can't even begin to thank you for all the little things you do. Poem 3. Animal Instincts. Sometimes the right smell just floods your brain and you're tipsy on anticipation, courage, and stupidity take over, and all you can think about is how good she will taste. Subconsciously moving closer until you're right there in her face, arms intertwined, hips to hips as you bring your lips to her lips, a part of you still self-aware in the brief moments you come up for air. Push her down as the clothes come off and the heat gets real, tracing every inch of skin, and you know you can no longer seal your animal instincts. Thank you guys for celebrating poetry with me as always. If you like this episode, let me know what you think. What was your favorite piece? Like, share, and subscribe. Ring that bell. And let's celebrate poetry some more in the next episode. Goodbye.